And we are live from Nashville, Tennessee. What is up, everybody? This is your boy King Smith, and we're coming live with you with a Reddit reads, rants, and advice for this coming Friday, September the 10th. Now, I'm gonna have to try to keep this brief, as you can see in my background. I'm at a fantastic place, and I don't have my normal setup here, but we're still gonna bring this content to you as I normally do. All right, so let's just jump right into it. I brought up 4 different Reddit posts. All right. And for those of y'all who are new to this is where I find some Reddit posts out there of people searching for advice. All right. Now, I'm not a therapist. You know, I do not get paid to do this. I am a regular old person like everybody else out there. But I believe that I can offer some logical, sensible advice for the people out there in the internets. And that is what I'm going to do. All right. If you find that this advice has been helpful to the person, leave a comment down below. All right. Or comment in the live stream if you happen to catch this live. If you were to offer something different to the different stories, comment that down below as well. Put a timestamp in so that we can know what you are commenting about. All right. There's people out there that they don't have people to talk to, So think of me as that guy, that older cousin, that uncle, if you will, that can try and steer you in the right direction. So that is my goal for today. Now let's get right into the first story. All right. And the title of this one is, "What does it mean when a guy says he's not ready for commitment?" By Tall Path 5531. I wonder if this person is actually tall. So let's get right into it. So yesterday, 21-year-old female, went on a date with a guy who's 25 that I met last week. We've been talking all week long prior to the date, and everything went pretty good. The date was really great. We went to a nice restaurant and just had conversations. All right, you sit down, grab a bite to eat, talk about your guys' aspirations and dreams. That's what's up. After, we were thinking of what to do next, but it was raining, so he just took me home. Ooh, let's see what happens next. When we got to my house, while still in the car, he asked me, "What do you accept from this?" I don't know if you used the right version of the word here. I'm thinking you meant to say, "What do you expect from this?" And you follow that up with, "What do you mean?" And he goes, "Sorry, I just want to say this right." All right. So you're patiently waiting. And then he goes, so basically, he said that he just got out of a relationship a few months ago and that he's enjoying his singleness. Ooh, I like that word, my singleness, and doesn't want to be committed right now. He also said that he does like me, but can't commit to anything right now. Okay. I think he was straight up with you. All right. Because guys, we can say things or say what we think that the other person wants to hear just to try to get in the draws for the most part. But by this guy telling you off the rip, how he's feeling, then I'd say bravo on him for not really beating around the bush about it. Okay, so don't get me wrong, he has all the right to not be committed to anything, and I respect his choice. I want to say that you meant to say choice there. And I still want to hang out with him because he's actually a pretty cool guy. But my question is, what does it mean when a guy says he's not ready for a commitment? My family and a friend say it's just him wanting to hold around while having me to the side until he's actually ready for a commitment. And I would say your family and your friend is right. Here's the thing. He likes being around you, and he told you that, okay? And if a guy says that he's not ready for a commitment, then he's not ready for a commitment. And the fact that he's telling you this after he just got out of a relationship, trust him when he means that. Now, it's up to you how you want to handle being around him. If you're cool with maybe y'all having some type of friends with benefit situation because y'all might be attracted to each other in that way, then that's up to you to decide if that's something that you're willing to accept. Okay, but don't expect anything more from this guy, especially when he's told you, look, I'm not ready to have some type of committed thing. He told you right off the rip, which means like from the jump. I'm old school. I use a lot of old school terms sometimes. Okay, so you follow up by saying tomorrow we're going to a shooting range. So clearly he still wants to hang out. How am I supposed to look at this? A date or just two friends hanging out? Hey, consider it a date. I mean, consider it a date. It sounds like you're attracted to him, you know. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. He's likely attracted to you to want to spend time and hang around with you. It's that simple for dudes. It legit is that simple. I think that you're wanting more, and this guy's telling you he can't give you more. So you're gonna have to figure out, like I said, what are you willing to be okay with? And you finish it up with saying, I'm going to text him asking him more questions about what he meant, but I'd rather do it in person than in text. I just came to Reddit because I wanted another person's perspective. Hey, look, that's my perspective. I'm curious what the other people said. All right, so Butterscotch Magic, I like that name, says don't get involved with the guy. He told you he doesn't want you. He didn't say he doesn't want you. All right. He said, I can't be in a committed relationship. Now, look, if you were looking to date to look for something serious, then you should say that, right? You should say that. You should tell them, hey, look, so I don't date just to be hoeing around. There's some people that do that, and hey, more power to them. But if you're looking to have something serious, then you should say that. And if he comes back and tell you, hey, look, I already told you I can't do the commitment thing right now, then hey, go about your separate ways. You might think that the guy's a catch, but I'm telling you, if you're trying to expect more from him, that is not going to happen. All right. So that's all that I have for that one. Let's go to the next one. All right. And since I'm not home, this might take me a little minute to swap over here. Boom. All right. This is I'm lonely at college and I'm afraid it's too late to meet people. By Throwaway 789980. Very original. People have these throwaway accounts on Reddit, and I get it. All right. My name is on my Reddit account. I want to say it's the actual King Smith. It's the same thing as my YouTube channel. I am not afraid to put my likeness out there in the internet. Okay. But that's me. I know that, not everybody thinks the same way. But this person goes, I've been at college for around 3 weeks now. Whenever I go out, everyone else I see is walking, talking, and laughing with other people. All I've done is sit in my room and play video games. I've joined a couple clubs and went to meetings, but I'm still alone. No one talks to me. Let me start off by saying I like that you have proper grammar. It makes this easy for me to read these because, as you saw from the previous one, look, I'm not a grammar Nazi or anything like that. But trying to read these live because I don't fully vet these out. I read the title. Okay, I'll catch a couple of sentences to see like how long it is, but I'm just skimming over these before I pick what I'm going to talk about live. So I don't fully like vet these to see what how the grammar is and know what to read and how to read it as I'm reading them. Some people are good at that. I'm not. So you finish by saying I have horrible social anxiety, so I can't really start conversations, but I just want people to talk to. Everyone always told me that college is the best 4 years of your life and you meet all your best friends there. But I'm so lonely. Is it too late for me to make friends now that everybody already belongs to different groups of people? Absolutely not. I'm going to tell you that as you're getting out, it can be easy for people to, make new connections. All right. And for some people, it can be difficult. It sounds like for you, it is not that easy. Hey, Hoss00312, thanks for subbing. I appreciate that. Now, what can you do? It, Going out once or twice does not make you a social butterfly. Be seen more. Okay, those clubs that you went to, be seen more into those clubs. And then when you start seeing kind of the same people, even if you're not one to initiate the conversation, you'll find that some people will understand that about you and find some other type of way of engaging with you, because it sounds like you want to be engaging. You want to have some type of social circle. Okay, so that's good. Knowing that and wanting to, you know, work on that is fantastic. All right. My advice to you would be go out more, or or try this out. Okay, you're on a college campus, from what you said. Start up something yourself, whatever it is that you're interested in. Okay, find a public place that you can maybe, have a meeting or something, and create an event with something that you like to do. If you play cards, all right, try that out. If you're, into Yu-Gi-Oh cards or Magic the Gathering or whatnot, set up an event to do something like that. All right, it's very low budget, low. You got to do a whole lot just to get something that can be that you're talking. You have to communicate, and you're doing something that you enjoy. Okay, you might find that there might not be a lot of people that are interested in those, same things. Like, don't create it expecting, 30 or 40 people to show up. But if you can get a few quality people to do something that you like to do, I mean, if you like reading, do a book club. Okay, that would be my advice to you. Start up something yourself, and then it's okay to say, hey, I'm not good at leading things, and get somebody else there that once you've at least started it and created, they can get the ball rolling. But the more you do that, the more that your face is seen, I believe that you'll be able to find those quality friends and people that you can meet while you're in college. All right. So try that out. Go forth and conquer, and good luck. We got two more here. Going through these relatively quick. Ooh, okay. I was vulnerable and I flirted with my friend. I feel guilty. What should I do? By Horror Row 8751. All right. And you read, so I've been in a relationship since the last 3 years and I really love her. Want to marry, kind of love her. We're both 21. I'm telling you, look, I got married at 20. Yeah, at 20. You think you know what you want. You don't. It's puppy love. You know what? I'm not going to be negative here. Let's continue. Due to the COVID-19 lockdown, we've been in a kind of long distance relationship, even though we live in the same city. I mean, I can understand that. Recently, we've been meeting. Recently, we started meeting, but none of those meetings can be indoors. So basically, we haven't had any physical intimacy since the last 2 years. Wait, why can't you have meetings indoor? What state do you live in where they're locked down like Alcatraz? She doesn't like doing anything virtually as well. I don't know why y'all are together, but let's finish reading. It doesn't affect her that much, but to me, it's a big problem. Hey, you know, people are built differently. Some days ago, we were talking, and somehow she told me that she feels like she may not be interested in me physically, but she's not sure since we've been away for so long. Hey, look, red flag. Bah, bah, bah. I'm gonna tell you right now, she's likely found somebody that she is interested in physically that is closer to her, and she knows in the back of her mind that she probably wants to be with that person. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm not saying she has cheated. I'm telling you that the longer that y'all remain in this weird little vortex, it's gonna end badly for one of y'all or both of y'all. And I don't see this going well. But let's see what else that you have here. We had an argument, and then I messaged one of our common best friends, and we video called all night long. But we flirted a lot in a sexual way, and at one point I felt like it was getting inappropriate, so I stopped. It was not that bad, really, I think, but I feel really guilty. If I tell her, we may break up, but I don't want that. She'll also lose her friend, and I don't want that. I just wanted someone to appreciate me, make me feel like somebody wants me physically. I don't know what to do. The guilt is eating me alive. I'm gonna tell you right now, Horror Row, it's done. All right, it's done, bro. And You might not see it because you're 21. Okay. But your girl's telling you, I mean, think about yourself for a second. For somebody to tell you that they're not interested in you physically, I mean, that was her. If she's being truthful to you, and at the same time, like, what, how would you feel about it? How did you feel hearing that? Okay. It couldn't have felt good. Process that for a second, my man. And when I say process that, I mean really process that. Don't feel, anyway, I was about to tell you how to feel, but that's not what I'm trying to get you to do. The fact that you engaged in the flirty conversation with the best friend, think about this. That best friend also engaged in that flirty conversation with you as well. Knowing full well that, hey, they're a mutual friend of both of y'all's. Okay. I think that that person likes you. I don't know if that person is closer to you, but the whole avoiding things because of the other person's relationship, I'm gonna tell you right now, in about 10 to 15 years, they might not even be friends. So look, I'm not telling you to go for it with the other person because you said that y'all were online on video chat, and that didn't give me an indication if that other person is closer. But you should be the one that ends it with your current girl, because I'm telling you right now, it's done. All right, and she's not wanting to be the one to engage the ending. But if you don't do it, she will find a way to gaslight you and piss you off in a way that it's going to end worse. And even when you do it, if you listen to my advice anyway, she's still gonna try to find to make you feel like the bad guy. Don't. I'm telling you right now, she's long past y'all's relationship. You just don't see it. So let's see if anybody else commented. Big Scrunjo said, "Be honest with her and state your intentions. Hell, even let her know what happened on the call and say, although you felt bad, you don't want that mentality to broker us further. So we need to figure this out as soon as possible. Take control and be firm. Don't back down on what you need out of the relationship." I'm gonna tell you, let me give that an upvote. That actually is really sensible, logical advice. Take control and be firm. I'm gonna tell you, I was bad about that in my younger days. Actually, up until recently, in my opinion, I was still kind of bad about that. All right. You should take control and understand what it is that you want. State that. And if that person can't provide it to you, man, bounce. All right. It's not that hard. I mean, it is kind of hard, but when you get older, you realize, don't waste time on energy and things that's really not going to be productive and do anything for you. All right. So I got one more to read. I didn't think that I was going to get through these this fast, actually. And with the change in venue, I wasn't sure how I wanted to handle this. I kind of wished I would have brought another one up, but I'm going to end with this one that I'm about to share. And it goes, long pause. How to handle having a husband that looks at other women. Ha ha. By low concentrated 6224. Ooh. I've heard many times normal for men to watch porn and look at photos of other women. I've heard this so many times that I feel the need to accept this is just the way things are. But even though I still can't help to be hurt when it happens. My husband watches porn, and I've seen in his phone his searches of naked women. I love my husband so much, and I can't imagine being with anyone else. So maybe it's just because I don't ever look at the other men and think sexual thoughts that I don't want anyone else. Of course, I look nothing like the porn stars and models that he's looking at. I know what he does when he looks at those pictures. Fact is, it hurts my self esteem and makes me feel very upset. Um, I don't say anything though because it's normal for men to do this. I can imagine that that's how you said this, that you put it in quotation marks. It's normal for men to do this. I'm looking for advice on how to not let this affect me and my love for him. I don't want to feel ugly or not enough. How do women go through their marriage knowing this and being fine? Okay, so you asked the question from a woman's standpoint. All right. I can't offer that because I don't have boobs. But what I can say is this. Look. Should I say most? Should I go generally? Generally, yes, guys are visual creatures. It is what it is. And I almost hate saying that. But look, it's true. Just because he's looking at these other people does not mean like he wants those other people. He's married to you. All right? You are his wife, he is your husband. Okay? And it almost sounds as though he knows that and he's not ashamed. I take that as a win personally. If he has to hide it, if he has to hide it, right, in the deep recesses of his phone, and you discover it that way, and then you bring it up, but then he's like, yeah, I'm gonna still do this, that's different. That's different. Okay. Men are visual creatures. It does not mean that he doesn't find you attractive. It doesn't mean that. Okay. Let's see what else you got here. FYI, maybe I'm just extra emotional because I'm pregnant. Oh, ding, ding, ding. Damn it. I wish I would have gotten that far down. But it's been on my mind much more now than ever. We've been together 8 years, and it wasn't until last year that I've noticed more searches on his phone. So maybe I'm not doing it for him anymore. He's a great husband. I wouldn't say anything bad about him. I just don't want to be hurting anymore. Hey, look, I can't get pregnant. I don't know what that feels like. I don't know what you deal with that. But I have heard so many times, because I have, female relatives and folks that have been pregnant, that you get all these hormones, your body changes, you look and feel different, and that makes you feel some type of way. That's as plainly that I can put that. But when you think about it, like, okay, it's true. Don't beat yourself up about the changes that your body's going through. You are creating life. That is a tell you, as a father myself, that is a fantastic thing. You know, to know that life is being created. It's gorgeous. Okay, you might feel some type of way about how you look and feel right now, but I'm telling you right now, if you can't find a reason or a thing to call your husband out, because you said right there, he's a great husband. This was your time on Reddit to bash him if you wanted to, okay? But you find out that he's searching these other people or whatnot, and then you said it wasn't until last year that I've noticed more searches on his phone. Well, what's different in the last year? You're pregnant, okay? That I'm telling you right now, don't. I don't know how you can find a way of turning the attention to something else, but it's not as big as a deal as you might think. Let me see what other people, say here. Oh, let me also add this. Like, if you having a porn addiction can be a big thing, okay? And I'm not saying that this guy is having a porn addiction thing because he's looking at porn or whatnot. But if he's not doing the things that he needs to do around the house, if he's not giving you intimacy or anything like that, that is something that you and him need to discuss and figure out. Okay. Like this person here asks, have you guys not been having sex due to the pregnancy? Maybe it's the current lack of sex and he just feels the need to ahem, take care of business and has no other outlet. Either way, I feel like an honest, rational discussion is the best course of action. All right. I agree with that. Let's see. Ooh, so you gave a response. And you said, I will say for about 2 months now, we were really not having sex due to my nausea. But before that, now we were having sex regularly, in my opinion. He says that he has a high sex drive, and I try to understand that. I'm not blaming him. I want to figure out how to not let this hurt my self esteem so much. Okay. Hey, look, you're looking at this in a very logical way. Bravo to you. For this particular thing, I don't know what to tell you to have this not hurt your self esteem so much. Because look, you could bring it up with him, and if he's somebody that listens to you, he'll probably just not have the evidence to where you cannot be so stressed out during this last month of you carrying somebody to life. If he's thoughtful, he does that. Okay, maybe you tell him how you feel. As a guy, he's probably going to listen to you and think that the first thought says you just told me that you're pregnant. It's like, oh, this is just the pregnancy hormone. He might not say that to you. He might think that and say, hey, You've been heard. I understand you. And he'll just not be so outward about it. That could be a thing. You have to be okay with that being the case, though. All right. And somebody else came in here and said, "Hey, that was pretty solid advice for what you for what the person that wrote that told you." Absolutely. All right. So look, this is me zooming back in. That's not that bad. It is really not that bad. All right. So hey, um, Hoss 00312. Thanks for watching. Look, I appreciate the people that check this out live. All right. I'm going to end this one, this Reddit Rants Reads and Advice Friday, as I'm traveling. I'm about to go enjoy some things this evening. But if you found this advice helpful, let me know. Put it down in the comments. If you found this advice trash, let me know. Put it down in the comments. Engage with your boy. I do these Reddit reads live every Tuesday and every Friday evening. So come rock with me. Like, subscribe, engage, holler at your boy.